Okay, time to find a dungeon. Let's go, let's do a thing. Let's use the numbers, yeah. I want to go to a level 40 board. I don't want too many monsters there. I need a bit of a break. Let's do monster 10. Let's see what that does there. And let's go after a treasure gem. Do we want a treasure? Nah, we don't want a treasure gem. Let's look for a giant, a remnant, forest. There we go. 24. That's not going to do anything. Fertile land. I think I'm doing this wrong. What if we added more monsters? Yeah, let's try 30 monsters. 25? That was nothing. Let's try fit. Getting warmer. Okay, let's try 70. Yeah, a little too warm. Don't want fire field. Let's try 80. Yeah, 80 treasure gem. No. Keep going. There we go. And hello everybody, this is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and today we are running on the V's Place server. Recently corrected phonetically on the Discord. I was reading through and it's pronounced V's Place, like V-ness. So thank you very much for hosting us here. Running a level 36 wood area. Just trying to get close to the next level up here and have some fun along the way. Doing a traditional playthrough with commentary, as you could see, got an elemental hit on Match Strike. Good thing too, because these Hackberry Kings have the ability to put you to sleep, and not too fond of getting put to sleep with two of them still around to hit you. Make matters even better, they have the all reft ability, so they're going to recover a good bit of the damage we deal along the way. Get put to sleep there again because dummy me, I hit the wrong shortcut. I was going to attack and instead I healed myself just to fall asleep again. Now finally out of the snooze and we're just going to hack this thing to bits. As always, status ailments are probably your biggest enemy in Fragment. That or perhaps slightly being colorblind to shades of blue. Pick up Apjuka out of the symbol there. We've already got Apcorv and Aptorv up, so our physical attacks are about as strong as they're gonna get. No elemental attack there, but we managed to take out the smaller monster running around, and then take out the Hackberry King, turn around, and find ourselves staring at a green worm. Green worms have a ton of hit points, 2,770 to be exact, and are completely immune to wood element attacks. Pick up the moon out of that chest there, and hey, 15 experience for taking out the worm. Not bad at all, especially now that we're up to level 34. See, pulled up the status page there. We've only got 254 experience towards it. Get a little bit of an extension on our Aptorv here. No speed charm today, just sort of taking it chill. Nice Sunday morning stream for the weekend warrior. Run into another green worm, and it's the classic battle of knight versus dragon. Fairly confident we will come out on top because this is pre-recorded footage, and that's the beauty of playing it yourself. How's everybody doing today? First day of November when this will be out. Moving our way right into the holiday season. Only 54 shopping days till Christmas. I'm excited. That mushroom was excited. I plucked the mushroom. Here we've got a couple Valkyries running around. Not the typical mode of transportation for Valkyries, but, you know, who am I to judge? Fact is, they're not trying to carry me away anywhere, so we'll just battle them like normal monsters. so finish up the combat and heal ourselves back up. Getting a solid 6 experience from them. Been quite a lot going on in Fragment. Community's really been expanding, and it's one of those weird things where the bigger the Fragment community gets, the tighter it feels. You know, everybody just sort of chips in, always talking on the Discord, always checking everything out. And if you're checking this video out, thank you, and I certainly count you among that Fragment community. Please stick around, let's have some fun. We're going to chuck something into the spring here. Let's go with Benki's Guard, since it's a foot armor and it's the highest level thing I got in my inventory. We come upon a level 2 Grandpa. He's not going to be able to do much of anything with it. We're going to get stressed out because we got snuck up on the moment we hit this spring. Even took my time to make sure there were no portals around. Yeah, not too much scarier to find coming out of that portal than a green worm, and it's already done a good bit of damage to us. Thank goodness no Hackberry King snuck up on us, because we could have very easily been put to sleep and that would have been game over there. Cannot stress enough how silly it is of me to solo as often as I do. Folks, you get a chance, hop on Discord, party up. Fragment Resurgence, there's literally a tab for group organization and always people there willing to play. Got another enemy coming up on our right. We're going to go ahead and check it out. That is a Hackberry King. And another one sneaks up behind us when we go after the first, so not much to do but jump up and use the skills to our advantage. Make another leaping attack, taking them both out simultaneously as we get put to sleep. A dream strike if ever there was, -5 for terrible wordplay. Come out of our little nap and move to the portal right above us where we find 2 more Hackberry Kings. Completely forgot to use a Mage's Soul there, and paying the price now because they're both able to take open season on us now that we're asleep. Fortunately, we get kind of lucky, a little bit of a lull in the animation there. They deliberately hit at us. We managed to get our way out of the nap, potion up, and start hammering away. One goes down to an elemental strike, and we almost finish off the second before he puts us to sleep for the second time this battle. But just as quick as he was on death's door, he is almost fully healed by the time we come out of this, thanks to an all-rep and some timely regeneration. That's okay, we'll make short work of him once we regain consciousness. Pick up 12 more experience and go on our merry way. Not too much left to clear, looks like about a handful, maybe a half dozen portals left here in the field. Can't really recall any just being treasure chests at this point. That's pretty rare. Normally you have 2 or 3 that are just chests. Here's a Hackberry King. Noticed a lot of events popping up. I don't know whether, you know, people are getting... I know there's a decided effort going on amongst the people who are talented with code and sort of poking around at the stuffs inside the game to get the NPCs to spawn. I think NC Dyson recently had a breakthrough on that. Getting them to spawn, just a matter of figuring out how to trigger the rest of the event and whatnot. But I think a lot of it's just due to increased server activity and increased player volume. More chances for the things to happen, more they'll happen, right? Taking out these Hackberry Kings. They're not Mimic level annoying. They're certainly not Hungry Grass annoying, but I'm only saying that because I'm surviving. Okay, now we got 4 portals left. That's pretty clear. We got a nice little number 7 pattern just going right around the dungeon there. Kind of like these forest fields, especially with the night. It's got some nice coloration to it. Here we got some Valkyries out on patrol. Pretty decent evasion, like we've got Torv up and we're no slouch. Certainly got an over-leveled weapon, got Fair Soul at level 34. Kind of amazes me that we're not able to hit more regularly. There I went for a data drain, and oh boy did I hit the jackpot. Hit point and skill point replenishment, and picked up Lake and Sea as my bonus item for draining. A lot of bad things can happen to you if you data drain, but some really awesome things like that can happen as well. Plus it's your gateway to rare items, so don't be afraid to do it, just don't do it all the time. Happy medium, you know? Pick up curse stacks out of the chest there. And let's work down to move up. Again, remember, I've gotten the map zoomed out, so I'm pretty much seeing everything there is at all times, and it's just sort of wrapping around as I go. If you like the normal size map, it shows the portals in a bit more detail and sort of gives you a better idea of, you know, how close or far away you are to things. I completely forgot when I first started playing Fragment again that you could even zoom the map. I had just played through Infection before I stumbled upon Fragment, and the fact that this was even a thing to play in 2020, that there was a private server out there, and I don't think I zoomed the map at all. Just never occurred to me to even give it a try. It had been that long. Here I'm casting, I think I cast Torv, and then the symbol gave me Torv. Probably a good idea in the future to click the symbol before I cast any of my buffs. It's not a huge loss of skill points, but still, could have saved a couple seconds there too. Cruising along to the penultimate portal, that's the one before the last, yes. Got a couple Hackberry Kings and a Valkyrie. Finish that Valkyrie right quick and in a hurry. And then I take a snooze, because, you know, jumping up and dropping a sword on the ground is tiring work. Get through it, and manage to hit the ability again. Almost take out both Hackberry Kings, but one lives to tell the tale, and we are down for another snooze session. So it'll be a little over half hit points when we wake back up. Take them out. Was debating on the data drain, but Restore Protect came in before I could think about it too much. Got one portal left. Let's make our way down. It is right next to the dungeon. Picked up a nice chunk of experience out here in the field. As you saw, we moved from 254 all the way up to 482. Got a Valkyrie just sort of cruising about here. See, it led us too close to the portal, and then the portal opened, and now these are all Valkyries. We take out a good deal of them with that move. But, still got that one left. Eventually it goes down. We finally attack it to boredom to death. Get Fortune Wire going there, pick up another Curse Stacks, and Gale Breath. Grab some mushrooms, again replenishing my grunty food here. Heal before going in. Not really necessary to, since I know that first room's gonna be safe. Also decided, in a bit of a break from what I've been doing of late, go back to just running, and wherever I go, I go. Lately I've been popping up fairies orbs and checking out either all of the floor or at least finding what I need to find in a hurry if I'm running. Sometimes I just like the road to take me where it takes me though, and this is certainly more organic to the way I'd just be playing if I wasn't capturing footage. Take out the Hackberry King before it could cast whatever spell that was going to be. I'm going to assume an Ol rep. Moving into this little diagonal hallway. Nothing comes out of beating the hell out of those corpses, so we'll just move on. Got a portal halfway through the corridor with a couple Valkyries in it. Okay, maybe a Valkyrie and something else, because the experience was a little different there. Not gonna rewind to find out, but we know one gave 5, one gave 6. Just that quick, we find the stairs down. Used to have a knack for finding the exit as quickly as possible. Now it's sort of 50-50. Remember the first time I played Infection, it always bugged me how much I had to backtrack. I didn't really think about the fairies orbs then. Pick up a restorative here. And make that 2. Through this little square room to another little square room. This one's got the little pool of water in the middle. And now here's a big square room with a Hackberry King and make that a pair of Hackberry Kings and a Shining Eyes. No, that's not a Shining Eyes. Spectre. Yeah, that's the line it is in the evolution. My apologies, guys. It is a Spectre. Null to Dark, 1410 hit points. And just overall an unpleasant time for everyone. These guys typically have high physical evasion. They also typically have a death touch attack. I don't know if these do. Honestly, I can't remember getting critical via a death touch attack in this dungeon. Obviously, we'll keep going throughout, and if I'm wrong, but I don't recall it as I'm sitting here. So maybe I just got exceptionally lucky there. Either way, managed to take it out. Also forgot I had a lightning element spell. That's the elemental opposite of the darkness monsters, so that would probably help me quite a bit there. Here we're up against some Grand Colds. That must have been the thing that gave me the 5 experience, a Grand Cold. Come up against another Spectre. That's such a badass looking attack when it just spins the sword and then drops it on you. Just a nice slow slash. You see it coming the whole time, but you can't evade it. And really trying is such a pain since you're locked in right at the start of the animation. The attack still takes that time to go through. So you're on the other side of the room and all of a sudden you're hit. Kind of is what it is on that one. Of course, it also works to your advantage too. A monster could be running away from you, and as long as it was in your threat range when you started the attack, they're gonna get hit. Gonna take the down route from this little room. And it takes us to another little room. Pick up a golden egg there. And just smash these pots for the heck of it. Here's a little 45-degree turn room. Gives us the full out of a chest, and onward we go. Once again, we got a Spectre, and we're just gonna start chucking spells at it, and then my worst nightmare happens. Hackberry King puts us to sleep, and the Spectre just comes right in. I did see a skill drain from the Spectre there. Maybe the Spectres specifically have the skill drain. Oh, that was a lot of S's. Hopefully that comes out clean. But maybe they have the skill drain instead of Death Touch. Might have to look into that at some point. Wonder if it's in the monster list. If you didn't know, under your key items there's going to be a book of 1000, and that's going to cover all of your class items, I believe. I don't know if it covers all items, but it definitely covers all equipment. And then there's also a monster list, and it's a complete monster list. But I can't remember if that covers monster abilities on their attacks too. I know it covers all of the things like virus cores and hit points and things like that. Moving to the 3rd floor already. Well, I guess it's not already. We're already 20 minutes in. Hopefully you're enjoying this video. I'm certainly enjoying recording it, and I know I enjoyed playing. Hard to believe we only started a few months ago. Been doing a ton of these things. Here I just was happy to get in a position where they were coming at me together, and I'm just gonna spam that Ryron for all it's worth. You can see the skill points are getting mighty low because Blade Masters aren't meant to be chaining spells. But it's what worked out best here, and we do fell the Spectre with a Ryron. Mage's Soul up just to cast Stole Rep, but that's some money well spent. Gotta look after your own welfare in an RPG, because virtually everything moving is trying to stab you or take your gold. There's a trapped chest, and inside we will find a Mage's Soul. Always helpful, always nice. Especially since we just burnt one in the previous room. Here's a square-shaped room, nothing really threatening us here, so we're gonna break some objects here and look for some treasure chests. Again, not terribly worried about 100%ing this, just taking our time, going nice and slow, enjoying the run. On yet another wonderful weekend, for yet another wonderful Weekend Warrior video. Have I said more S words or W words in this video? Feel free to let me know. Come to this little T-shaped room. Well, medium size. That's a large room. Who am I kidding? That's a large room. One thing you notice right away though, we've got a couple Grand Colds whirling around on their magic energy balls. Take them out quickly, get a Fireman's Coat out of the trapped chest. I believe we end up picking up all 3 armors in that series. The light armor, the medium armor, and the heavy. I believe the Fireman's Coat is the light. And there's like... I don't want to guess. They're all coming up. I think it's like flame armor and fiery plate mail. I could be wrong on that though. We'll see. One thing we won't see is too much offense out of these Grand Colds. They get a couple spells off, but it doesn't do a ton of damage to us. Already predisposed to that element off of creation. I believe I chose the water/ice element, which is why I am Blue Knight. Pick up a Green Gale out of that chest and work our way back as we are in a dead end. 3 floors in already. Making some good progress. Things in the dungeon not nearly as challenging or stressful as they were in the field. It's mainly due to a lack of doubled up Hackberry Kings up to this point. We've had a couple of Kings, but nothing in the situation aside from that Spectre battle that's really given us reason to pause. Thinking this field would be a speedrunner's nightmare. You make so much progress and then a Hackberry King pops up and you're asleep before you can press a button. Here's a green worm. Certainly don't mind facing it. Again, it's going to take a while. It's easily the hardiest enemy we will fight here. Certainly the biggest looking visual model. But it's that classic Knight versus Dragon that I alluded to earlier. I'm an Arthurian Legend fan. I'm a European fantasy fan. So Knights versus Dragons, that's kind of my jam. Pick up a Fire Drake male there. There's what I was looking for. Fire Drake male. Couldn't remember how it was phrased. Moving on to this little V-shaped room. Get a Gale Breath out of the chest, and we will go completely to the side opposite, skipping that little entrance up on the map. Here we come to a dead-end corridor with a couple specters, so we are going to be chucking spells at them like it's going out of style. One thing that doesn't go out of style, eating. Food is great, and you're wondering where I'm going on this. I'm plugging my buddy Derek's channel, Dad Bod Delight. Usually does a couple uploads a week, food related. They're typically Sundays and Wednesdays. I want to say Tuesday or Wednesdays usually his other upload. So there should be a video up at probably by the time you're watching this. Feel free to pop over, give his channel a like, check out what he's cooking. Does all sorts of yummy dishes. Does a lot of soups, does some keto-friendly things, does some vegetarian things. If you're feeling hungry, can't figure out what you'd like to eat, go check out Dad Bod Delights. Let it inspire you. I am inspired to take the steps down to the 4th floor because that's what the video is telling me I'm about to do. As we progress on our merry way. Check out the old status page, and yeah, we're almost to 700 experience. Just everything giving us a good chunk of experience and a decent fair challenge. Loving this board. Coming up against a green worm here, and something really cool about fighting them here in this dim sort of cavern. They appear super neon when they go with those attacks, and just seeing that tail swing around and the old day glow green there, the high abyss. It's a pretty awesome battle. Heal ourselves back up, not quite to full, but full adjacent. We're only 40 hit points off, and at level 34, 40 hit points shouldn't make or break you. Get a Gale Breath out of the chest, and are mortified to see... What is that? I'm seeing 2. Is that 2 specters? Thought for a moment it might have been 3, but I wasn't paying very close attention. Fact of the matter is, we know there's definitely at least 2 because they're right up our nostrils at this point. And we're going to do our usual best of just stand there and ignore them till the lightning takes them. No, there is 3. There you go, 3 specters. Thank goodness these guys don't have the death touch, from what I can tell. We'd have been down in no time. But we managed to survive and take all 3 out in one combat. Going to use some items to our advantage here to expedite the healing process. Mage's Soul for the skill points and healing potion for the hit points. Come up to yet another pair of specters. Floor 4 is apparently the specter floor. I'm sure there's about 7 dumb jokes that Awake Me would come up with right now. But it's rather late at night. It's been a long day, but it's been a happy day. Halloween has certainly been eventful for me this year, and I'm wrapping it up by recording audio for this because November 1st is probably going to be a chill out and sleep day. As much as I can. Heal up again here. We got a treasure chest right in front of us. Pull the devil out of that. Probably lightens the box up, you would think. Plus it's one of those inflatable devils, you know, you take with you for travel. Dead end room, but we've got a chest on this little rock altar. And it's got the Fool in it, so we've gone from devil in a box to Fool in a box. Little tarot card inspired treasures. Let's go check out the other side of this little intersection. See if we can't find something nifty. Well, we found ourselves another green worm, which means we are getting some epic visuals on this battle. Even when it casts, it's doing a good chunk of damage to us. Like, green worm's kind of our perfect adversary on this one. So awesome that we managed to find a board that A, has as such a prevalent enemy, and B, shows it off in such beautiful lighting. Kind of a gem there, and I guess the gem would be emerald to keep with the green theme. Moving along now, gonna have to do a touch of backtracking because we've exhausted both of the options springing out from that room. So we'll take our side passage here, see if that's the stairs. And it is not. It is another dead-end room. This one has a treasure chest with a green gale, but it appears my proclivity for the fastest route, the path of least resistance, if you will, has somewhat gone awry. All of a sudden, we're checking out every little thing, and I'm not quite sure why myself. But we're going to take this side entrance here, as I believe it's really the only route we haven't exhausted in this 4th floor. In the process of doing so, we've gained about 90 experience, so we're chugging along near 800. At this point, I was thinking that a deeper dungeon may just get us a level up, but I don't think we're going to be in here that long. As you saw, we picked up a holy sap earlier in that room and closed it out with a green gale. Here's yet another dead end as we just keep finding everything but the exit. Not really a complaint, certainly enjoying the playthrough at this time. Even in the upload here, we're just now coming up on 33.5 minutes. So fairly efficient. Pick up an invisible egg, which always seems like a bit of an oversell because unless you trip over the thing, chances are you saw it coming. Come back to that circle room. Always loved seeing the little floating rocks in the middle there. Has a very Jules Verne feel to it. It's magical but not inherently controlled by magic. Sort of like Journey to the Center of the Earth, where the story should just be and then they got too deep and either the pressure killed them, the rocks fell, or they basically cooked in extreme heat. But you don't have that problem. It turns out to be nice and tolerable after a certain point. Spoilers for those of you who haven't read. I think that's how it goes. If not, feel free to tell me I'm a dummy and I need to reread it, because I really do need to reread it. 5th floor coming up here. I forget to hit the fairies orb out of the first room here, and we come up on yet another nightmare pairing. We've got the Hackberry King and the infamous Skate Rat Arc, which is clearly a vampire or some sort of demon in a casket, but Skate Rat Arc is such a cool name, we're not going to question it too much. Its attacks are life-stealing, which is why I am assuming it's some type of vampire. And it can resurrect monsters, much like the Menhir you would see in several of the other videos on this channel. So as annoying as getting put to sleep by the Hackberry King was, the Arc kind of had to be our prioritized monster. Otherwise we'd just be facing those two forever. Until maybe they got the jump on us and caused the game over. Speaking of game over, here's two Skate Rat Arcs side by side. This could very easily cause a game over. Much in similar veins as the Menhir constantly revive themselves, these two could chain revive and do some serious damage and steal life in the process. So if you're not careful, things can really go awry, especially given the fact that I just found out they can paralyze. At this point I'm fully expecting to level down, I'm not gonna lie. As I was playing I'm like, well, this was fun, but we somehow managed through some sort of divine providence to survive. And we do so long enough to take both Skate Rat Arcs out simultaneously, taking resurrection out of the equation. Sorry, had to grab a drink there. Throat was getting kinda dry. Been doing a lot more talking than I intended today. Picked up some blaze armor there. Just recently finished up a Diablo 3 live stream. That would have been yesterday night by the time this comes out, Halloween night. Which is when I'm recording the audio here. Me and the missus hopped on and did about an hour of Diablo 3 bounties and adventure mode. It was a blast. I had fun. She had fun. Good times to be had by all. And even that was the second upload I did, because I came home to a bit of a surprise and wound up doing a bit of a Halloween bonus episode checking out a custom dungeon on .hackfragment. So just bonus uploads abound. Just closed out our October retro Halloween celebration, where just about every video I uploaded in the month of October was Halloween themed. So if you're a fan of vintage and retro gaming, or just a fan of Halloween themed video games, feel free to pop over there. That's a good dominant part of the retro channel at this point. I did a lot of uploads last month. They were kind of drawing even with Fragment there for a while. I expect that to widen out a bit, but you never know. I could just do something a little unexpected here for Thanksgiving, since it's oftentimes the toughest holiday to really prep for as far as material goes. Man, that's some heavy damage thrown down by that breath attack by the green worm. Almost 300 there. Got hit again. Fortunately, that time was only for 223. Able to pop a potion, but I typically don't like using consumable items except for as a last resort, and I just couldn't chance fighting it with my health that low. So we take it down, pull a hanged man out of the chest, and forward we go here in the 5th floor. Swing to the right here, we got a square-shaped room with a portal at the back. And another green worm. Fun battle, perfect amount of challenge. Feel we have the edge, and 15 experience for the kill. Not much more to ask for here. Gonna go at it the old-fashioned way. I was tempted to data drain there, but again, we've had really good luck, and I didn't want to chance it. So just go at things a little vanilla, take our gains, and keep moving on. Again, just trying to boost that level. especially with these events popping up like crazy. I know the New Year's Eve event has been seen in vogue a bit, and that one's also a level 80 field, just like the New Year's Day event. Couple chests in this corridor, and not much else but a wall, so we're gonna backtrack again and make our way back up. So this side's done. We have that other side, that little T-shaped room there to check out, and I think that's about it. So either the stairs to a floor 6 are coming up, or the treasure room. Judging by the amount of time remaining on this video, I'm going to say treasure room. Got another one of these square-shaped rooms, and this is in itself a little mini treasure room, as we have a couple chests and a whole bunch of breakable items that may or may not be holding consumables. Going to check out one half of it. Getting a little lazy at this point, and trying to keep sharp for the next time we run into multiple skate rat arcs. The thing I go for with these is just to try and weaken them as much as possible and then take them out with a big flashy multiple target hit. And it's probably not the best strategy because it leaves me a sitting duck to be paralyzed. Fortunately, it paralyzed me just close enough to the corner for that wicked camera angle. Get a nice little close-up of my paralyzed self, and then when I come out of it, multi-target attack, get them both close. Do our best to just finish it off the old-fashioned way. And there we go, 24 more experience to the good guy. Moving along here, past one of my favorite visuals in the game, the giant skeleton buried in the wall, and here's our chest. We pick up a Forester helm, a health charm, and a healing potion. Not a bad little kit there. Check out our status page, and yeah, a little over 50 experience to go to the next level. Didn't quite ding, but we're certainly primed for next time. We're going to call that here, though. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming with another edition of the Weekend Warrior. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.